Hello again everyone, we are Gaming by Gaslight and welcome back to another Starbound mod showcase. On today's showcase, we're taking a look at an interesting little mod called Shellguard, which helps flesh out the humans a little bit more in the Starbound universe by adding some nifty new dungeons for them, as well as some awesome new weapons to try out, which we'll look at momentarily. But first I figured we would take a look at this one dungeon. Also, if you're wondering why there's this funky terrain generation, I just spawned the dungeon in because I was having a hard time finding one naturally, and in the interests of getting these videos out on a fairly regular basis, I figured I'll just spawn one in, and then we'll continue trying to find more naturally as we go on, and I'll probably have to do at least one more look at this mod, because in addition to this dungeon, which is the Shellguard Palace, there's also a ruined variant of the palace, which you'd almost figure this is, seeing as it looks like it's either under construction or kind of falling apart. But anyway, there's also a war factory type thing, which has a unique boss you can fight, which I think is pretty nifty. I think Starbound needs more bosses that you can fight outside of the just regular areas. I also think, or outside of the missions, that is. I also think this music might be from Frackin' Music. Also seems a bit louder than I was expecting. I had also an issue with, I think Frackin' Universe was causing some kind of problem, so I temporarily uninstalled it and, yeah, am running on a backup. But anyway, the key thing here is that let's just explore, get an idea of what, I'm assuming this would all be filled with water, but again, because I kind of spawned it in a funky fashion, it is a little wonky looking. But that's okay. I'm actually, yeah, I also completely destroyed an Apex lab while doing it, but, you know, that's kind of in keeping with the human way of life, isn't it? We'll just, you know, they're in our way, so... Oh, wait, actually, that might be why some of this stuff is a little, damaged compared to what it would look like if it had properly naturally spawned in, is because it might have got a little, hit on, terrain generation and stuff, and pre-existing objects. So I do apologize for that, since I'm not able to show off, in this particular video, the full glory of this mod. But as you can see, this particular palace dungeon, and this is very ominous, isn't it? It's very, very big. Like, this whole city palace thing, it pretty much covers the entire span of this planet. So... incidentally, if you are interested in using this mod and are looking for these dungeons, let's see. The regular palace spawns on desert worlds, I believe, if I'm remembering the notes I made before starting this episode right. The ruined variation is on frozen worlds, so it... frozen or snow? I kind of get those mixed up because they are pretty similar in a sense. But anyway, yeah, on basically cold planets. And the factory is found on scorched planets. So if you do want to check out this mod for yourself, take a look on those places, and you should hopefully have better luck than me with the, you know, the dungeon and planet generation. But anyway, yeah, this is it's really big. I mean, heck, if I hadn't spawned it so weird-like, I would actually be tempted to kind of turn this into an actual colony. I mean, if I had the time, I would probably fix up the terrain here, and I could actually make this into a pretty nifty-looking colony, but... we'll worry about that later. I'm just kind of rambling on here as I'm just showing off the sheer scale. Also, as you can see from these Shellguard guards, the mod also adds some pretty interesting looking armor as well. And these little drone buddies will help keep you safe. Moving much, much slower than I would like, to be honest. But I think, like, it looks like it's already almost becoming night. Ah, here we are. The actual palace itself. This is, man, just absolutely massive from another mod. As you can see, we've got this lovely, it's just massive. Actually wondering, could you really call this a palace? It's almost more like an industrial factory complex, wouldn't you say? It looks really amazing. Just, like, the sheer scale of this place. Just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh my. Anyway. Yes. So. And this is not this is not the end. I mean, like, these are just massive, massive facilities here. Ooh, little gas lights. I like it. Like, it's absolutely massive. Just huge. And it just keeps on going up. And up. Which means we have to keep going up ourselves if we want to get a look at what's going on in here. Yep. Man, just look at this thing. Whoa, oh god. But yeah, as you can see, absolutely massive, huge amounts of storage. Also, it looks like this is the way to get up normally, so let's go up this way. And it also goes down as well. It doesn't just go up, it goes down. Like, practically, it feels like, from the brief tour as I was trying to look around and stuff, it seems like it practically goes all the way down into the core of the planet, basically. Like, this is just some massive stuff. Ooh. Oh, I like this. It adds a way to actually obtain all this protectorate gear and display cases and stuff without actually having to cheat into the various high-level mission banners and stuff without actually having to mess around with any of that, like, cheating in missions and stuff. Which is pretty nifty. I like that. Awesome, really. It just keeps on going up. Like, these are massive, massive facilities. I love it. You're dead meat? What are you shooting at up here? It's just a bird. Leave the birds alone, mate. I don't really know why I said it like that. Like, I was attempting for an accent, but then pulled it, or then decided that that was a terrible idea at the last second. Anyway, so back down we go. Thank goodness I have admin on. Ooh, a tank. Alright. Now, I could probably keep exploring all day, because this is, as you know, you can kind of imagine here, like, this just absolutely massive in scale, which is really awesome. And, you know, like, there aren't really that many structures in Starbound that are just on this kind of scale. Like, it's absolutely massive. Ridiculously massive. Some would almost say it's so massive it's clearly got to be compensating for something. But that would be heretical talk. Oh. Weird buggy-wuggy thing. What does this note have to say? Really quite difficult to read this handwriting. Let's see, they said they would come back. I think there was also a sewer dungeon here, so as you can see, that, yeah. My choice of spawning it here, I should have spawned it on a barren planet, to be honest. That probably would have saved us from having, too many conflicts. But, yeah, like, just really makes you wonder. Like, what are they doing down here? Like with most human business, it's clearly secretly sinister in nature. I mean, this actually almost makes you wonder if the implication here, I mean, they're either experimenting on humans, or they were attempting to aid the Apex government in their efforts to get rid of the whole Apex mutation deal. Rather ominous, one way or the other, if you ask me. But let us cut away, and when we come back, I'll have set up a quick test range so we can look at some of the weapons and armor that this mod adds. So I will see you guys in a moment. Alrighty then, so of course we're at the perfect place to test weapons, and that would of course be the Dreadwing mission. So, first of all, you can call in a tank, like so. You can also call in a drone, in case you really need to kill some stuff. Let's see, we have, among our various weapons, let's actually switch over here so we can get a look at them. Let's see. This is not from the Shellguard mod, if I am not mistaken, as it was not listed in the list. But pretty much everything with SG is a Shellguard weapon. You have hatchets, you have grenade launchers, drone crawlers, which we've already looked at. You have spears, my favorite weapon. You have the needle laser. You have submachine guns. You have taser rifles. You have pistols. You have rifles. You have shields, training rifles, shotguns. basically a whole cornucopia of amazing weapons. Excuse me. But yeah, as you can see, just a lovely assortment of weapons here. With just homing effect, actually. Let's turn the admin back on, shall we? As you can see, I've been fiddling around with that on and off. Very lovely stuff, if I do say so myself. Anyway, let's take a look at some of our weapons. We have an artillery launcher, which just beautiful. What is its alternate fire? Shrapnel bomb. Very nice. What do we got here? We have a combat hammer. I've never really been a fan of hammers, but as you can see, I mean, all these weapons are, in some ways, very, very, very overpowered, which is not a bad thing. Also, we have our Shellguard armor. We have a heavy helmet, which is, as you can see, plus 300% attack power. And we have its lesser variant, the regular old helmet, which just has 150% attack power, which, as you can... Oh, silly me. I don't even have it equipped. You know what? We'll just get rid of these Templars things, which I do have a bunch of augments in, but we won't worry about that now. There we go. Now we're going to see the full power of this. Let's have a look. Artillery launcher. Boom. Just death and despair to everything that it comes into contact with, really. We have our spear. Oh, that is a beautiful looking spear, if I do say so. And I do. As you can see, just really powerful stuff. What's its special ability? Unknown. Okay, it's doing something. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. I'm probably not going to show off each individual weapon, but as you probably saw, there are a lot of them. They are very, very nice in terms of the power and just the variety in what they do. So basically, there's a weapon for every style, really, every choice of attack. I think you get the idea. Let's wrap this up, shall we? There we are. Anyway, that is a quick look at some of the weapons and dungeons that are added in here. I'm going to try to find the weapon factory off camera, and then we'll do another spotlight just focused on that and fighting the boss of that particular dungeon. But until then, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed and put up with some of my offness today, and I will see you all in the next video.